Hello everyone, Andarki Namaskaram. Good afternoon everyone. So in today's session, we have a special session with me and Satish, and I hope all of your grade 10 SSC exam has gone very super duper fast, right?
Yes. It is very super fast. Today we had a morning session. ఈరోజు పొద్దున్నే సెషన్ అయింది. చాలా క్వశ్చన్స్ వచ్చాయి మనం డిస్కస్ చేసిన దాంట్లో. సో లెట్స్ సీ హౌ ఇట్ గోస్. అండ్ మేము పూర్తి పేపర్ ఇప్పుడు డిస్కస్ చేస్తున్నాం. సిస్యా ఇస్ ద ఫస్ట్ క్లాస్ దట్ వీ ఆర్ డిస్కసింగ్ ద హోల్ పేపర్ online for free on YouTube.
And this is the fastest, I will tell you. Nowhere else in any other channel you can check on YouTube, search, you will never get this. This is the fastest we are getting. Satish sir, over to you.
Yes.
Satish sir will be discussing the first two sections, then I will come back as well.
Right. Okay, thank you Srikesh sir. సో ఈరోజు మన సెషన్ తీసుకుంటే ఈరోజు పొద్దున మనం మాట్లాడుకున్న కొన్ని క్వశ్చన్స్ రిపీట్ అయ్యాయి, వాటిపైనే మనం ఈరోజు డిస్కస్ చేస్తాము. ఓకే, సో నెవర్త్లెస్ లెట్స్ స్టార్ట్. ద పేపర్ సీమ్స్ టు బి వెరీ ఈజీ. పేపర్ మటుకు చాలా ఈజీగా ఉంది. యూ కెన్ సాల్వ్ ద పేపర్ విత్ ఇన్ 2 hours. సో వితౌట్ ఫర్దర్ గో విల్ ట్రై టు స్టార్ట్ సాల్వింగ్ ద క్వశ్చన్. సో ద ఫస్ట్ క్వశ్చన్ వచ్చేసి HCF 26,91 is 13. LCM of 26 and 91 is how much it is? Okay. సో ఇక్కడ మీకు ఆల్రెడీ తెలుసు. సో ఎల్సిఎం ఎంత అనేది అడుగుతున్నాడు. సో HCF ఇంటూ ఎల్సిఎం ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్స్ టు ప్రోడక్ట్ ఆఫ్ 2 numbers. ఇది ఆల్రెడీ తెలిసిన ఫార్ములా మీకు. ఓకే, సో మనకి ఇక్కడ HCF ఆల్రెడీ ఇచ్చాడు ఎంత 13 అండ్ ఎల్సిఎం మనకు తెలియదు. ఓకే, సో దిస్ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్స్ టు 26 ఇంటూ 91. అవి మనకు ఉన్న 2 numbers. ఓకే, సో ఎల్సిఎం ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్స్ టు 26 ఇంటూ 91 by 13, so that gives you 13 into 2, so this will be 182. So the answer is 182. So the LCM of the 2 numbers is how much? It is 182. Okay, just the formula first rayandi, substitute cheyandi, simple ga we will get the answer. Okay, so next question. Write an example of a trinomial having a degree 6. Okay, don't get confused here. Trinomial, okay, binomial. So first a linear polynomial, monomial antaru. Next binomial ante 2 terms, trinomial ante 3 terms. A 3 terms unna edana oka polynomial with degree 6. So edana oka random ga తీసుకోండి. x power 6 plus 7x power 4 plus 2 equals to 0. ఏదైనా తీసుకోవచ్చు. హైయెస్ట్ డిగ్రీ మటుకు ఎంత ఉండాలి? 6 ఉండాలి. ఓకే, సో అండ్ 3 టర్మ్స్ మటుకే ఉండాలి. సో దట్ ఈస్ వాట్ ద కండిషన్ ఇస్. ట్రైనామియల్ విత్ డిగ్రీ 6. ఓకే, నెక్స్ట్ క్వశ్చన్. P of E, the probability of an event, then what is the option? Okay, already మనకు తెలిసింది ఏంటంటే probability value, it always lies between 0 and 2, less than or equal to 0, but this is a possibility of having a negative also, less than or equal to 1, also possibility of having a 0 or negative. So this is the right answer. Option C is the right answer. Okay, next, define tangent to a circle. Tangent to a circle ante a line which touches the circle at only one point. Okay, నేను ఇక్కడ రాస్తున్నాను. A line which touches the circle at only one point. Okay, so ఇక్కడ మీరు చూస్తే, so if this is a point C, so if this is line L, so this is nothing but a tangent to this circle, okay, with center O. Okay, ఒక diagram కూడా రాస్తే it will be a good thing. Okay, next, ఇది చూడండి. an observer is 1.5 meters tall. immediate గా diagram కూడా డ్రా చేద్దాం. an observer is 1.5 meter tall and he is 28.5 meter away from a tower of height 30 meter. సో ఒక టవర్ ఉంది, అది 28.5 meters నుంచి దూరంగా ఉంది. ఓకే, సో ఆ హైట్ ఆఫ్ ద టవర్ వచ్చేసి 30. ఓకే, ద హైట్ ఆఫ్ ద టవర్ వచ్చేసి 30. నౌ ఫైండ్ ది యాంగిల్ ఆఫ్ ఎలివేషన్ ఆఫ్ ద టాప్ ఆఫ్ ద టవర్ ఫ్రమ్ హర్ ఐస్. సో ఇక్కడ నుంచి యాంగిల్ ఆఫ్ ఎలివేషన్ ఎంత అని అడుగుతున్నాడు. ఓకే, సో ఈ టోటల్ హైట్ ఆఫ్ ద టవర్ వచ్చేసి 30 అండ్ ద డిస్టెన్స్ ఇస్ 28.5. సో ఇది ఒకవేళ 1.5 ఉంటే, ఇఫ్ దిస్ ఇస్ 1.5, సో ద రిమైనింగ్ లెంత్ విల్ బి 30 minus 1.5. ఇది 1.5 కదా. సో మిగిలింది ఎంత ఉంటుంది? 30 minus 1.5, that will be 28.5. ఓకే, దట్ విల్ బి 28.5. సో దీని లెంత్ వచ్చేసి 28.5, దీని ఇక్కడ వచ్చే ఈ బేస్ వచ్చేసి కూడా 28.5. వీడు అడుగుతుంది ఏంటి? వాట్ ఈస్ ది యాంగిల్ ఆఫ్ ఎలివేషన్. ఓకే, సో మనకు వచ్చిన ఫైనల్ ట్రయాంగిల్ ఏంటి? సో ఐఎమ్ జస్ట్ టేకింగ్ దిస్ ట్రయాంగిల్ ABC. ఓకే, ABC మనకు వచ్చిన ట్రయాంగిల్ ఏంటి, దిస్ ఇస్ 90 degree, ఈ యాంగిల్ టీటా అడుగుతున్నాడు, దిస్ ఇస్ 28.5, దిస్ ఇస్ ఆల్సో 28.5. ఓకే, సో ఏబిసి. ఇప్పుడు ఇక్కడ ఎలా ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేయొచ్చు ఈ యాంగిల్, మనకు ఆపోజిట్ సైడ్ ఉంది, అడ్జసెంట్ సైడ్ ఉంది. సో కెన్ ఐ అప్లై tan, ఆ రిలేషన్ అప్లై చేయొచ్చా, tan theta is nothing but opposite side, so that is AB by BC. So what is AB length, that is 28.5, what is BC length, that is also 28.5, so this is equals to 1. So A angle ki tan value equal to 1 ఉంటుంది, for what angle of theta, tan theta will be equals to 1, that will be theta is equals to 45. Okay, simple, easy, right? So figure ఇచ్చిన క్వశ్చన్ ని ఫిగర్ డ్రా చేయటం సింపుల్ గా, and then from here we can establish a relation. ఇచ్చిన given data నుంచి ఏదో ఒక trigonometric function యూస్ చేసి we need to establish a relation, right? Very simple. Next ఇక్కడ చూడండి, మ్యాచ్ ద ఫాలోయింగ్, వాడు కొన్ని ప్యాటర్న్స్ ఇచ్చాడు. సో హీస్ ఆస్కింగ్ చూస్ ద కరెక్ట్ ఆన్సర్. ఓకే, ఇక్కడ చూడండి sin 90 వాల్యూ ఎంత 1 అండ్ cos 90 వాల్యూ ఎంత 0. సో 1 into 0 ఎంత 0. సో చూడండి 1 ఎక్కడైతే Q కి మ్యాప్ అయిందో దట్ ఈస్ అవర్ ఫస్ట్. ఓకే, ఇక్కడ చూడండి ఈ ఆప్షన్స్ లో చూస్తే చాలా సింపుల్. 1 is directly mapped to only Q. There is only one option in the whole thing which is mapped to Q. So directly option D is right answer. Okay, further గా మనం సాల్వ్ చేయని అవసరం లేదు, but still we can solve. Cos theta into secant theta, which will be the reciprocal of secant is cos into 1 by cos is 1. So answer is 2 to R, మిగిలింది లాస్ట్ P. ఓకే, సో cos theta into secant theta, మీరు ఎలా రాయొచ్చు, secant theta ని cos theta into 1 by cos theta. సో ఆన్సర్ ఏంటి ఇక్కడ 1. సింపుల్, చాలా ఈజీ. ఉన్న రిలేషన్స్ నుంచి ఫస్ట్ మనం మ్యాప్ చేస్తే డైరెక్ట్గా ఆన్సర్ వచ్చేసింది. నెక్స్ట్, draw a rough figure of the toy which is in the form of a cone mounted on a hemisphere of same radius. ఈ క్వశ్చన్ పొద్దున మనం మాట్లాడుకుంది ఇదే సేమ్ ఫిగర్ పైన మనము టోటల్ సర్ఫేస్ ఏరియా ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేసాం. ఇన్ ద మార్నింగ్ సెషన్ సేమ్ క్వశ్చన్ వీ హ్యావ్ డిస్కస్డ్. ఏంటి, ఒక టాయ్ ఉంది విచ్ ఇస్ ఇన్ ద ఫార్మ్ ఆఫ్ a hemisphere at the base and conical at the bottom. So దీని total surface area పొద్దున మనం find out చేసాం. This is what the figure he is asking. Either you can tilt it up or down in whichever the pattern you draw, the answer is C. Okay, so next చూడండి, any two circles are similar, statement 1, any two equilateral triangles are similar. Okay, so choose the correct option from the following. Okay, so any two circles are similar. Yes, any two circles are always similar. Okay, next, any two equilateral triangles are also similar. ఇక్కడ స్పెసిఫై చేసింది ఏంటి, ఈక్వలేటరల్ ట్రయాంగిల్స్. ఈక్వలేటరల్ ట్రయాంగిల్స్ లో అన్ని సైడ్స్ ఈక్వల్ ఉంటాయి, అన్ని యాంగిల్స్ కూడా ఈక్వల్ ఉంటాయి. సో హెన్స్ దే ఆర్ సిమిలర్. ఓకే, బట్ ఇక్కడ ఒకవేళ ఓన్లీ ట్రయాంగిల్స్ అన్నాడు అనుకోండి, ఇట్ ఇస్ నాట్ ఎ నెసెసరీ కండిషన్. బట్ సిమిలర్ ట్రయాంగిల్స్, ఆబ్వియస్లీ విత్ ఎనీ సిమిలారిటీ యూ కెన్ ప్రూవ్ దట్ these two triangles are similar. So statement 1 is true and statement 2 is true. So both are true. So option 8 is, for 8 question is option C is right. Next, the pair of linear equations have no solution and వాడు ఏదో కండిషన్ ఇచ్చాడు, a1 by a2 b1 by b2 is not equal to c1 by c2. This is the right condition for having no solution, right? a1 by a2 equal to b1 by b2 not equal to c1 by c2 అనేది condition for the lines to be parallel or having no solution. So ఇక్కడ మనం చూద్దాం అసలు ఈ సొల్యూషన్ ఈ ప్యాటర్న్ ఫాలో అవుతుందా లేదా అనేది. సో a1 by a2 2 by 4, b1 by b2 3 by 6, c1 by c2 6 by 7. So 2 by 4 వాల్యూ ఎంత 1 by 2, 3 by 6 వాల్యూ ఎంత 1 by 2. ఈ రెండు ఈక్వల్, a1 by a2 ఈక్వల్ టు b1 by b2. Is it equal to c1 by c2? No. So the first assertion is true and the reason is the correct explanation of the assertion. So both assertion and reason are true and reason is supporting the assertion. So option A is right. So hence we got the first option for 9th question. Next, a quadratic polynomial whose sum is -3 and product is 2. Okay, so ఎప్పుడైనా కానీ ఎక్కడైనా కానీ చూడండి, ఎప్పుడైనా కానీ ఇఫ్ ఆల్ఫా అండ్ బీటా ఆర్ ద జీరోస్ ఆఫ్ ద పాలినామియల్, అప్పుడు మన క్వాడ్రాటిక్ ఈక్వేషన్ ఎలా ఉంటుంది, ఎక్స్ స్క్వేర్ మైనస్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్ఫా ప్లస్ బీటా ఇంటూ ఎక్స్ ప్లస్ ఆల్ఫా బీటా ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్స్ టు 0. ఇది క్వాడ్రాటిక్ ఈక్వేషన్. సో ఎక్కడైతే మనకి ప్యాటర్న్ ఫాలో అవుతుందో, సో సమ్ ఆఫ్ జీరోస్ ఎంత అంటున్నాడు -3, సో -3x అండ్ ప్రోడక్ట్ ఆఫ్ జీరోస్ ఎంత అంటున్నాడు 2. సో ఆన్సర్ వచ్చేసి ఎక్స్ స్క్వేర్ ప్లస్ 3x ప్లస్ 2 ఈక్వల్స్ టు 0. ఓకే సింపుల్ x స్క్వేర్ ప్లస్ 3x ప్లస్ 2 సో 10th ది వచ్చేసి ఫస్ట్ ఆప్షన్ ఏ x స్క్వేర్ ప్లస్ 3x ప్లస్ 2 ఓకే ఈ ఆప్షన్ వెరిఫికేషన్ కూడా చేసుకోవచ్చు సమ్ ఆఫ్ జీరోస్ ఈక్వల్స్ టు మైనస్ బి బై ఏ మైనస్ ఆఫ్ కోఎఫిషియంట్ ఆఫ్ x బై కోఎఫిషియంట్ ఆఫ్ x స్క్వేర్ అలా కూడా చేసుకోవచ్చు నెక్స్ట్ if one root of a quadratic equation x square minus 7x plus 12 is 4 find the other root ఇప్పుడు నేను చెప్పిన రిలేషన్ నుంచే ఈజీగా ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేసేయచ్చు ఇఫ్ ఆల్ఫా అండ్ బీటా ఆర్ ద రూట్స్ ఆల్ఫా ప్లస్ బీటా ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్స్ టు మైనస్ బి బై ఏ అంటే సో దిస్ ఇస్ ఇన్ ద ఫార్మ్ ఆఫ్ ఏఎక్స్ స్క్వేర్ ప్లస్ బిఎక్స్ ప్లస్ సి ఈక్వల్స్ టు 0 సో చూడండి ఆల్ఫా ఇక్కడ ఆల్రెడీ ఇది ఒక ఆల్ఫా ఓకే సో ఇఫ్ యూ సీ దట్ వన్ ఆఫ్ ద రూట్ ఈస్ ఆల్రెడీ 4 సో ఆల్ఫా వన్ ఆఫ్ ద రూట్ ఈస్ ఎంత 4 so 4 plus beta is equals to minus b anta ikkada minus 7 so minus 7 by a value anta 1 so answer vachesi minus of minus which is 7 so beta is equals to 4 plus beta equals to 7 so beta is equals to 7 minus 4 which is equals to 3 so other root is anta that is 3 simple ga ila aina find out cheyochu lekapothe alpha beta is equals to c by a that will be 12 by 1 ఆ రిలేషన్ యూస్ చేసి కూడా ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేయొచ్చు సో ఆ రిలేషన్ యూస్ చేసి ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేసినా కానీ ద ఆన్సర్ ఇస్ 4 into beta is equals to 12 so again beta value is 12 by 4 again it is equals to 3 ఈ రెండు ఆన్సర్ సేమ్ which of the pattern that you use it is the answer is same so other root is 3 okay next question what is the common difference in AP if the first term is 6 and nth term is 6n okay ఇక్కడ చూడండి ఇక్కడ ఫస్ట్ టర్మ్ అంటే ఎంత ఏ ఓకే nth టర్మ్ అంటే దాని అర్థం ఏంటి nth టర్మ్ an is nothing but 6n now what is he asking what is the common difference d అంటే అడుగుతున్నాడు nth టర్మ్ ఇన్ AP ఓకే డైరెక్ట్ ఫార్ములా మనకు ఉంది ఈరోజు పొద్దున్న కూడా డిస్కస్ చేసుకున్నాం a plus n minus 1d ఓకే సో what is an is nothing but 6n and what is the value of a that is 6 plus n minus 1 మనకి n తెలియదు కాబట్టి n minus 1 and d also let it be d itself okay so now ఇప్పుడు చూడండి 6n is equals to 6 plus nd minus d okay so 6n minus 6 so ఇది ఎలా రాయొచ్చు 6n minus 6 is equals to same అలానే రాద్దాం n minus 1 into d okay now ఇక్కడ ఏం కామన్ తీసుకోవచ్చు 6n minus 6 లో we can take 6 common so that will be 6 times of n minus 1 is equals to n minus 1 into d so d is equals to 6 into n minus 1 by n minus 1 so I can cancel n minus 1 so the answer is 6 simple question చాలా easy question ఇచ్చిన డేటా రాసుకోండి తర్వాత just try to substitute everything in the formula you will be getting the answer as 6 okay so the option is C okay next okay the second section okay ఈ సెక్షన్ లో the first question okay ప్రతి ఒక్క క్వశ్చన్ 2 మార్క్స్ ఇవి okay సో ఈ ఫస్ట్ క్వశ్చన్ వచ్చేటప్పటికి దీంట్లో cosecant theta minus cot theta whole square in terms of cos theta okay సో ఇక్కడ చూడండి cosecant theta minus cot theta whole square in terms of cot theta okay ఇక్కడే చాలా చిన్న సబ్స్టిట్యూషన్ చేయొచ్చు cosecant theta ని ఎలా రాయొచ్చు 1 by sin theta okay then cot theta ని ఎలా రాయొచ్చు cos theta by sin theta whole square okay so what will be the denomination that will be same that is LCM is sin theta so 1 minus cos theta okay ఇక్కడ స్క్వేర్ ఉంది ఇప్పుడు నేను ఎలా రాయొచ్చు మొత్తం న్యూమరేటర్ కి డినామినేటర్ కి సెపరేట్ గా స్క్వేర్ టర్మ్ తీసుకెళ్ళొచ్చు 1 minus cos theta whole square by sin square theta okay so finally ఇక్కడ వరకు ఎంత వచ్చింది 1 minus cos theta whole square by sin square theta so ఇక్కడ చూడండి 1 minus cos theta whole square by sin square theta ఇప్పుడు చూడండి ఇక్కడ 1 minus cos theta whole square so I can write it as 1 minus cos theta into 1 minus cos theta and sin square theta can I write it as 1 minus cos square theta so 1 minus cos square theta so I can write it as 1 square minus cos square theta also 1 square is again 1 so a square minus b square formula ఏమైపోతుంది a plus b into a minus b simple చాలా easy a plus b into a minus b so 1 minus cos theta into 1 minus cos theta okay so ఇది cancel చేసేస్తే so the answer is 1 minus cos theta by 1 plus cos theta చాలా easy question we have written everything in terms of cos okay next Okay, so find the distance between a cos theta comma 0 and 0 comma a sin theta. Okay, పొద్దున మనం డిస్కస్ చేసుకున్న ఫస్ట్ ప్రాబ్లమ్ హౌ కెన్ వి ఫైండ్ ద డిస్టెన్స్ బిట్వీన్ ఎనీ టూ పాయింట్స్ ఇన్ కార్టిషియన్ ప్లేన్. ఓకే, ఆ డిస్టెన్స్ మెట్రిక్ ఎలా ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేస్తాం అనేది. సో వీ నో దట్ d ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్స్ టు, సో ఇఫ్ యూ హ్యావ్ ఎనీ టూ పాయింట్స్ దట్ ఈస్ x1 comma y1 అండ్ x2 comma y2, ఈ రెండు ఉంటే హౌ కెన్ వి ఫైండ్ ద డిస్టెన్స్? ఈ డిస్టెన్స్ ఎలా ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేస్తాం? అండర్ రూట్ ఆఫ్ x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Simple ga we can find the distance between any two points using this formula. So ikkada idi x1, idi y1, idi x2, idi y2. So we have everything on the board, we just need to substitute here. So the distance is given by under root of x2 minus x1, 0 minus a cos theta, 0 minus a cos theta whole square plus a sin theta minus 0. Okay, a sin theta minus 0 whole square. సో ఇక్కడ చూస్తే ఇది ఎంత వాల్యూ ఎంత? 0 మైనస్ ఏ కాస్ థీటా వాల్యూ ఎంత? ఏ స్క్వేర్ కాస్ స్క్వేర్ థీటా ప్లస్ ఏ సైన్ థీటా హోల్ స్క్వేర్ వాల్యూ ఎంత? ఏ స్క్వేర్ సైన్ స్క్వేర్ థీటా. సో రెండిట్లో ఏది కామన్ తీయొచ్చు? యూ కెన్ టేక్ ఏ స్క్వేర్ కామన్, యూ కెన్ టేక్ ఏ స్క్వేర్ కామన్. ఇఫ్ యూ ఆర్ టేకింగ్ ఏ స్క్వేర్ కామన్, దట్ విల్ బి cos square theta plus sin square theta. So this will be equals to cos square theta sin square theta value anta 1. So under root a square value anta a. So the value of this is a. Okay, so the distance between these 2 points anta, that is simply a. Okay, now see the next one. Find the zeros of the quadratic polynomial x square plus 7x plus 10. Okay, simple ga చాలా easy, చాలా తొందరగా చేసేయచ్చు. How can we do this? You can do the splitting the middle term. Okay, then factorize చేయొచ్చు. సో ఎలా చేస్తారు? కోఎఫిషియంట్ ఆఫ్ x స్క్వేర్ ని ఫస్ట్ 10 తో మల్టిప్లై చేస్తారు. సో 1 into 10, ఆన్సర్ ఎంత? 10. దీనికి ఫ్యాక్టర్స్ we need to choose in a wise way such that the middle term, if we try to add those factors, we should be getting 7, and if we try to multiply, we should be getting 10. Okay, so ఇక్కడ మనకు ఆల్రెడీ తెలుసు 2 5s ఎంత? 10. 2 plus 5 ఎంత? 7. సో సింపుల్గా చేసేయండి. 7x ని ఎలా రాయొచ్చు? 2x plus 5x plus 10, and what can you take common? x. So x plus 2, and this you can write it as x plus 2 plus 5. So x plus 5 into x plus 2 is equals to 0. So ఇక్కడ మనకు ఆన్సర్ ఎంత వస్తుంది? x equals to -5, x equals to -2. ఓకే, చాలా ఈజీ క్వశ్చన్, చాలా సింపుల్ క్వశ్చన్. మనం జస్ట్ ఫ్యాక్టర్స్ ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేయాలి, అండ్ వీ నీడ్ టు చూస్ ద ఫ్యాక్టర్స్ ఇన్ సచ్ ఎ వే దట్ we are able to split the middle term. Okay, if we add the factors, we should get the middle term. So that is how we choose the factors, right? Okay, now so the answer is x equals to -5, x equals to -2. Okay, see, two cubes of each of the volume 64 are joined end to end. Find the total surface area of the resulting cuboid. Okay, ఫస్ట్ అండ్ ఫార్మోస్ట్ ఫిగర్ డ్రా చేయండి. ఫిగర్ డ్రా చేస్తే ఆల్మోస్ట్ హాఫ్ ద ప్రాబ్లం అయిపోయినట్టే. ఫిగర్ డ్రా చేస్తే హాఫ్ ద ప్రాబ్లం అయిపోయినట్టే. మనకి చాలా ఈజీ ఫిగర్, చాలా సింపుల్ ఫిగర్. ఓకే ఓకే, సో హియర్ ఆర్ 2 cubes. Okay, each cube is of the volume 64. Okay, so what is the volume of cube? Cube ఒక volume ఎంత? What is the volume of cube formula? First of all, volume of cube is equals to 64, which is a cube is equals to 64. So what will be the side length of a cube? Cube lo anni sides equal untai. So can I say that a is equals to 4, right? The value of a, the value of the side of the cube is nothing but 4, right? It is simple. ikkada nunchi manaki easy ga telisipoyindi. Okay, సో ఇప్పుడు ఈ రెండు క్యూబ్స్ ని జాయిన్ చేస్తున్నాడు. వెన్ హీస్ జాయినింగ్ దీస్ 2 cubes, ఆల్ ద సైడ్స్ ఆర్ ఈక్వల్? నో, అన్ని సైడ్స్ ఈక్వల్ లేవు, ఎందుకంటే ఒక సైడ్ మటుకు ఇట్ ఈస్ బికమింగ్ డబుల్. ఓకే, సో ఇది 4, ఇది కూడా 4. సో ద టోటల్ లెంత్ వచ్చేసి ఎంత వచ్చింది? ఇది 8. ఇది ఒక న్యూ క్యూబాయిడ్ దట్ హ్యాస్ బీన్ ఫార్మ్డ్. ఓకే, ద న్యూ క్యూబాయిడ్ లెంత్ ఈస్ నౌ 8 centimeter. Okay, and the height is how much? 4 centimeter, and the width is also 4 centimeter. So we have LBH. Okay, so we have, so I can just say that the length is 8. Okay, 8 centimeter, the breadth is 4, and the height is 4 again. Now ఇక్కడ నుంచి మనం డైరెక్ట్ ఏం రాయొచ్చు, what is he asking, find the total surface area of the resulting cuboid. So what is the total surface area of the cuboid? 2 into LB plus BH plus HL, right? So total surface area of cuboid is equals to 2 into LB plus BH plus HL, and we have already, we know that the length is 8 and the breadth is 4, and plus the breadth is 4 and the height is also 4, plus again the height is 4 and the length is 8. So we have totally 2 into 32 plus 16 plus 32, 64 plus 16, which will be equals to 80 into 2 is 160, so 160 centimeter square. Okay, so always the area units are in square units, volume units are in cubic units, right? So simple, మళ్ళీ నేను చెప్తున్నాను. సో వాల్యూమ్ ఆఫ్ క్యూబ్ ఈజ్ నథింగ్ బట్ 64. ఇక్కడ నుంచి వీ నీడ్ టు ఫైండ్ ద ఫస్ట్ టాస్క్ ఇస్ టు ఫైండ్ వాట్ ఈస్ ద సైడ్ లెంత్. సో ఏ క్యూబ్ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్స్ టు 64, ఏ వాల్యూ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్స్ టు 4. తర్వాత వన్స్ వీ హ్యావ్ ఫార్మ్ దిస్, తర్వాత యూజింగ్ ద ఫిగర్ we can conclude that the length is 4, the length is 8, breadth is 4 and the height is 4, and using the simple formula total surface area of cuboid you can just find the area, right? Now check whether the following is a quadratic equation or not. Quadratic equation ki primary condition enti, it should be ax square, the highest degree should be of 2, right? The highest power or the exponent in the polynomial should be 2. Okay, so that is nothing but the degree of the polynomial. So it should be 2. Let's see, ikkada multiply cheyandi, 2x into x, 2x square, 2x, so ikkada definitely a is not equal to 0. So 2x into x is 2x square, 2x into minus 3 is minus 6x, minus 1 into x is minus x, minus of minus plus 3 is equals to x square plus 5x minus x square plus 5x minus x, and it is minus 5. Okay, so ikkada emana cancellations unnaya, so let's see. Okay, 2x square minus 7x plus 3 is equals to x square plus 4x minus 5. Okay, x square plus 4x minus 5. Now ikkada chudandi anni okate side shift cheyandi, 2x square minus 7x plus 3 minus x square plus 4x minus 5 equals to 0. So 2x square minus x square, which is x square, minus 7 minus 4, which will be minus 11, 3 plus 5, which is 8. So we got a form where still the highest degree of this polynomial is 2, hence it is a quadratic equation. So we can write hence it is quadratic equation. Okay, quadratic equation. Type simple. Okay, solving the equation and seeing what is the highest degree of this. Next, a tangent PQ at a point P of a circle of radius 5 centimeter meets a line through the center O at a point Q. Okay, so there is a circle. Okay, so at a point P, there is a tangent. Okay, and there is a center of the circle which is O, and here is some point Q. He is saying the PQ at a point P of a circle of radius 5, so this is 5. Okay, this is 5, a radius 5 centimeter meets a line through the center O at a point Q such that OQ is equals to 12. Okay, the OQ length and the this is 12. Okay, OQ length vachesi 12. Now he is asking what is the length of PQ. So it is simple, because radius is always perpendicular to tangent at the point of contact. Okay, so P is the point of contact, so OP is perpendicular to PQ, so hence this is a right angle triangle. So in this right angle triangle we can use the Pythagoras theorem, right? What is the hypotenuse over here? The hypotenuse is OQ, so I can write it as PQ square plus OP square is equals to PQ square plus OP square equals to 12 square. Okay, PQ square plus OP square equals to, you can write it as OQ square. Okay, OQ square. Now what is PQ? What is PQ? Ikkada PQ manaku teliyadu, so we are just leaving the PQ as PQ itself. PQ square, and what is OP square? 25, and OQ square, which is 12 square, which is 144. So PQ square is equals to 144 minus 25. So 144 minus 25 ఎంత అవుతుంది? You can just calculate here. 144 minus 25, that will be 19, and this will be 321, so it will be 119. So the answer is under root 119. Answer is under root 119. Okay, is it simple? Easy, chala easy. Okay, did I do anywhere mistake? Okay, okay, okay. Okay, define the similar triangles. Okay, what is meant by similar triangles? When can you say two triangles are similar? Okay, two triangles eppudu similar undachu even when their shapes should be same, but their size doesn't matter. Congruency lo their shapes also matters and their size also matters, right? So similar triangles ko vachetappudiki it is just like you're zooming a picture. Irrespective of the magnification, the picture remains to be of same shape, but it is of different size. That is what the similarity is. So in terms of literal speaking of what is meant by similar triangles are, two triangles are similar, you can write like this: two triangles are similar, two triangles are similar, two triangles are similar if the corresponding angles are equal, if the corresponding angles are equal and corresponding sides are in proportion. Corresponding sides are in proportion. Corresponding sides are in proportion. So appudu manam em cheppochu, the two triangles are similar. Okay, whereas in congruency lo the size should also be same and the angle should also be same. Okay, so we are not going to talk about the proportion in congruency. So that is what the difference of similarity and congruency. A player sitting on the top of the tower of height 20 meter observes an angle of depression of a ball lying on the ground as 60 degree. So ekkado oka height lo kuchunnadu, so that is 20 meters height. So there is an angle of depression. The angle of, so oka ball undi ikkada kinda. Okay, so there is a ball. Okay, so he is seeing the ball from the right, from the top of the tower. So the angle of depression is how much? It is 60 degree. So ee angle vachesi enta 60 degree. So draw a rough diagram for this situation. Okay, veedu em adagatledu ikkada, he is not asking anything in this question. A player is sitting on the top of the tower of height 20 meter. Observe the angle of depression of the ball lying on the ground at 60 degree. Draw the rough diagram. So this is a rough diagram. Okay, so you can just draw this. This is all you can just name the angles and yeah, you can finish off. Okay, so this is simple. Next. Okay, now here comes Srikesh sir will be continuing with section 3. Okay, and he will be completely solving this section 3 and he will let you know with so many tricks and tips for you. Yeah, welcome Srikesh sir.
I hope the solution till here is pretty clear because Satish sir has explained it very well. I was sitting here itself. And now let's continue with section 3. Section 3, every question is of 4 marks, 8 into 4, 32. 8 questions are there and you can score 32 marks from this section 3 itself. Let's discuss one by one. The first question was from probability. So 2 dice, 1 blue and 1 grey are thrown at the same time. What is the probability that the sum of the two numbers appearing on the top is 1, 6, 2, 12, 3, 9, 4, 13. So these 4 questions were there in one question itself. So for this we need to understand that whenever 2 dice are thrown, then what are the possible outcomes? Let's understand that part. So whenever 2 dice are thrown, these are the possible outcomes. There are total 36 outcomes. There are 2 colored dice, blue and grey colors. It can be any 2 different colors. So for example, if I write, the first outcome will be 1, 1, the second will be 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5. You all know this, right? You all know this. No need to write this. But one better thing I'll tell you now. So let's discuss that better thing in clarity. Let me erase this and let me show you a better thing, even better. the sum will always be from 2, because 1 plus 1 will be 2, and the maximum the sum can get is 6 plus 6, 12. So let me draw a graph for that. So the sum can be 2, it can be 3, it can be 4, it can be 5, it can be 6, it can be 7, it can be 8, it can be 9, it can be 10, it can be 11, and it can be 12 also. Clear? Now, for 2, only one observation is there, 1, 1. For sum to be 2, only 1, 1, correct? 1 on the first dice and 1 on the second dice also, the 2 colored dice. So this will be 1, and this is something which you can remember it yourself. This will be 1, this will be 2, this will be 3 outcomes, this will be 4 outcomes, 5, this will be 5 outcomes, this will be 6 outcomes, this again will be 5 outcomes, this will be 4 outcomes for 9, for 10 it will be 3 outcomes, for 11 it will be 2 outcomes, and for 12 it will be 1 outcome. So this, if you remember, this is for sum. Whenever 2 dice are thrown, then the sum can be either 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 till 12. And these are the total out of 36 outcomes. So total outcomes are 36. Total outcomes are 36. These are the total outcomes. For 2, the number of outcomes is 1. For the sum to be 3, the number of outcomes is 2. For 4, 3 outcomes. For 7, 6 outcomes. For 12, 1 outcome. Clear? Now, once you have understood this, if you had remembered this, and this graph, if you had remembered, which we had taught, Satish sir also had taught in Sisya class itself. So here, if you see, the first question is the sum to be 6. So let's see how many outcomes will correspond to sum equal to 6. Out of 36 outcomes, 5 outcomes are there which will have sum equal to 6. So therefore, probability of sum to be 6 is 5 out of 36. Number of possible outcomes divided by total number of outcomes. So the first answer, probability of sum to be 6, was 5 out of 36. Clear? 1 mark done. Next, for sum to be 12, if you see, sum to be 12 will occur only one time, only one time. Let's see over here. So sum to be 12, 1 out of 36. Clear? Now next is for the sum to be 9. For the sum to be 9, how many outcomes are here? 4. So I'll write 4 out of 36, which is 1 out of 9 when it cancels. Now can you tell me the sum? Can the sum be 13? Can the sum be 13? Please type in the chat box. Can the sum be 13? Anywhere you see 13, this is the final question. 13, 0 outcome, right? 13, there is no outcome which will give you 13 as the sum. Therefore, 0 out of 36 or simply 0 is the answer. Clear? I hope this is clear. Anyone, any questions, you can let me know in the chat box itself. Let's move on to the next question. This question would have given you 4 marks. Every part 1 mark. 1 mark for this, 1 mark for this, 1 mark for this, 1 mark for this. 4 marks done. Next question, let's move on to the next question. This was the next question again for 4 marks, section 3. Write the formula to find the median of a group data and explain the terms involved in it. Now, very, very important. A lot of you miss the formula. You think this formula I will skip, this question will not come. See how important this formula is. If you remember only the formula, you would have written the formula and you would have got 4 marks. No need to solve the question also. So let me write down the formula over here. To find out the median of any group data, the formula goes like this. Median is equal to lower limit of the median class, plus n by 2 minus cumulative frequency of the previous class upon frequency of the median class multiplied by h. This is the formula. Now I need to also explain the terms involved in it. If I only write the formula, only 1 mark will be given to me, not the 3 marks. I also have to explain the terms. So this is median, it's pretty clear. Now let's explain the other terms, L, N, CF, F and H. So what is L? As I told while writing the formula, L median is lower limit of median class. How to find the median class? The median class is found out for that cumulative frequency which is just greater than n by 2. If the cumulative frequency of the class is more than n by 2, just more than n by 2, that class is the median class. Clear? That is separate thing for the questions where you require to find out the median. For that you need to be very careful for identifying the median class. That's a separate story. So first is L median is lower limit of median class. N is the total frequency, total number of frequency, or the total frequency, or we can write total frequency, total number of things, summation of Fi. This is summation of Fi basically. CF previous, it is cumulative frequency of the class previous to the median class. Cumulative frequency of class previous to median class. Okay, so these many terms are done. Two more terms are there. F median. F median is the frequency of the median class, not the cumulative frequency but actual frequency of the median class. So let me write in the new slide. F med is frequency of median class. Clear? And finally H, by which you are multiplying, is class interval or class size. Lower limit, upper limit minus lower limit, difference between lower limit and upper limit, class interval or class size. So this much if you would have written, 4 marks is yours. How many of you got this correct? Type in the chat box. I saw a lot of students were typing, I got this. Very fast answers you get. I see AP students are very fast compared to other board students, right? Let's move to the next question here. This is a 23rd question. A pen stand made of wood is in the shape of a cuboid with 4 conical depressions to hold pens. You have seen a pen stand. This is a different type of pen stand which is complete cuboid box. However, in that cuboid which is made of wood, there are 4 holes which are made, and these 4 holes are not in the shape of cylinder, it is in the shape of cone. It's in the shape of cone. So I'll draw the figure as well. The dimensions of the cuboid are 15 by 10 by 3.5 centimeter. The radius of each of the depression is 0.5 centimeter and the depth is only 1.4 centimeter. Find the volume of the wood in the entire stand. So let me show you what this looks like. This is how a cuboid looks like, right? Let's say 15 centimeter, this is 15, length is 15, height is 10, and this breadth or width is 3.5 centimeter, not to measure, just a representation, not to measure. Now 4 holes are there, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4 holes go inside here. They go inside here. So let me show you these 4 holes, how they look. Like this, and it goes like this. So pen nib can go inside this and it will stand like this. This is how a pen stand looks. The complete cuboid is made up of wood. 4 holes are there, so holes will not take any space. So what you have to do, you have understood, from the complete cuboid volume I have to subtract the volume of these small 4 holes, correct? So we need to find out the volume of the complete cuboid, which we can do using the formula for cuboid. We have to find out the volume of every hole. For one hole the volume is conical volume, which is 1 by 3 pi r square h, and then we'll subtract the total volume minus the volume of 4 holes. So this radius is given to be 0.5 centimeter. The depth which is h is equal to 1.4 centimeter. Now let's find out what will be the volume of cuboid. Volume of cuboid will be L into B into H, LBH, which is 15 into 10 into 3.5. When I solve this, 10 into 3.5, 35, 15 into 35, 15, 5 times 75, 7 carried, 15, 3 times 45 plus 7, 52, 525 centimeter cube. This is the volume of the complete solid cuboid, which is wooden shape. But out of this solid cuboid, 4 small holes are there, right? So for those small holes, I will find out first the volume, and then I will subtract those volumes from this total volume to get the volume of wood which is actually being used. Okay. Now let's find out the volume of cone. One cone volume, what is the volume formula? 1 by 3 pi r squared h. 1 by 3 pi r square h. Now R is 0.5, H is 1.4. Let me get to the next slide and substitute the values to find out the volume of every hole. 1 by 3, 22 by 7. R is 0.5, 0.5 square into H is 1.4. So this 7, 0.2. This will become 1 by 3 multiplied by 22 multiplied by 0.25 multiplied by 0.2. Clear? Clear till here? It's clear. So volume of one cone is this. Volume of all the cones, volume of 4 cones will be 4 into this volume of one cone. When I multiply by 4, this will become like this. 4 into 1 by 3 into 22 into 0.25 multiplied by 0.2. 4 into 0.25, 1. 4 into 0.25, 100, 1.00. This will become 1. I'm left with 22 into 0.2 is 4.4 divided by 3. 4.4 divided by 3 will come out to be roughly 1 point. Let's get this. 3 1 times. 3 1 times 3, 3.2 times and 2 6, 1.26 roughly centimeter cube. Clear? So volume of one hole 1 by 3 into 22 into 0.25 into 0.2. Volume of 4 holes 4 into 1 by 3 into 22 into 0.2 into 0.25. This will go 1. This will become 4.4 and 4.4 divided by 3 will get 1.26. So from the total volume I'll subtract 1.26 to get the volume of the wood. So volume of wood will be volume of cuboid, which was 525, minus volume of 4 cones, correct, minus 1.26. Subtract 525 minus 1.26. This will go 4, this will go 9, 7, this will go 4 minus 1, 3, 2, 5. 523.74 centimeter cube. This is the answer. How many of you got this answer? Please type in the chat box. I can see a lot of you are typing the correct answers. Now let's move to the next question. 24th question. Find the value of k for the quadratic equation kx x minus 2 plus 6 equals to 0 so that it has equal roots, equal real roots. Now this question is very easy, but there's a trick. You will get two values of k. You need to be very aware, well aware that which value you choose. You cannot choose both the answers because one answer is wrong. Now let's understand this. Let me quickly expand this. When I expand this, I'll get kx square minus 2kx plus 6 equals to 0. Now if I compare this with the standard form of quadratic equation, which looks like this, ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0, I'll get a is equal to k, b is equal to minus 2k and c is equal to 6. Correct? Now, what is the condition for equal real roots? Can anyone type in the chat box? What is the condition for equal real roots? Type in the chat box. I can see a lot of you have typed the answer as well, but I want you to type the condition for equal real roots. The condition for equal real roots is b squared minus 4ac is equals to 0. And this is what we will use in this question to find out the value of k or values of k. Let's use this. So, b is minus 2k. A is k and c is 6. So minus 2k the whole square minus 4 into k into 6. Correct. A is k and c is 6. So we have substituted the values. This is equal to 0. This will come out to be 4k square minus 24k is equal to 0. Now if I divide by 4 throughout, I will get k square minus 6k is equal to 0. If I take k common, k into k minus 6 is equal to 0, which gives me by 0 product rule k equals to 0 or k minus 6 equals to 0, that gives us k is equals to 6. So k equals to 6 or k equals to 0. So both two values of k I am getting, k equals to 0 or k equals to 6. Which value should I choose? Should I choose k equals to 0 or k equals to 6 or k equals to both? Both is the correct answer. Let's get back to this equation once. Here. From the question when we simplified, we got this. If I put k equals to 0, will this remain a quadratic equation? Not possible, because this x squared term will go away, right? So this k equals to 0 is not the correct answer. Not the correct answer, because this will cease to be a quadratic equation, because as soon as you put it over here, this will not be a quadratic equation. Clear? Now if I put k equal to 6, this will be a quadratic equation. 6x square minus 12x plus 6 equals to 0. So the answer is neglecting k equals to 0. Neglecting k equals to 0. Neglect k equals to 0. The correct answer is only 6. Clear? I hope a lot of you wrote only 6 as the answer. Very good. Let's move to the next question. This was a proof question, 25th question. Prove that square root of 1 minus sine a upon 1 plus sine a is equal to secant of a minus tan a. This was a very easy question. The only thing which you need to be aware of over here is, do not get carried away. You only need to do one thing, which is rationalization of the denominator. So let's do the rationalization of the denominators. Left hand side is equal to square root of 1 minus sine a upon 1 plus sine a. I will multiply by 1 minus sine a on the numerator and denominator separately. Multiplying by 1 minus sine a in numerator and denominator. What will we do? What will we get? We'll get something like this. Square root of 1 minus sine a multiplied by square root of, basically I need to multiply by square root of 1 minus sine a. If I write simply 1 minus sine a, it will not come inside directly and inside square root, right? So I have to write square root of 1 minus sine a. This part, please don't make the mistake. Let me write over here square root of 1 minus sine a. So I need to multiply by square root of 1 minus sine a in the numerator and denominator. When I multiply by like this, I will get like this upon 1 plus sine a multiplied by under root of 1 plus sine a. That under root, it will come inside the under root, it will become 1 minus sine a inside the under root. Clear? When you simplify this, this will become 1 minus sine a the whole square. In the denominator, it will become 1 minus 1 square minus sine square a. A plus b into a minus b is equals to a square minus b square. So this will become 1 square minus sine square a. Complete square root. Now let's further simplify this. This 1 minus sine a the whole square will come outside the square root. 1 minus sine square a, from the trigonometric identities, a lot of you know that this is equal to cos square a. So further I will write square root of 1 minus sine a the whole square upon cos square a. Clear? Two things we have used. Here one algebraic identity I have used, which is a plus b times a minus b is equals to a square minus b square. Second is a trigonometric identity I have used, which states that sine square a plus cos square a is equal to 1. Clear till here, everyone with me? Now it's very simple. A lot of you have got the answers right away. This will become 1 minus sine a. When it comes out of the square root, the square and square root will get cancelled. This will also, square will go away. This will become cos a. Now split cos a to 1 and sine a. This will give us 1 by cos a minus sine a by cos a. Correct? Which is 1 by cos a. Reverse of cos a is secant of a. Secant of a. Minus sine a upon cos a is tan a, which is equal to right hand side, hence proved. Correct? Clear? This was the right hand side. Secant of a minus tan of a. So with one rationalization and two things. Rationalization, usage of one algebraic identity, a plus b, a minus b is equals to a square minus b square. One trigonometric identity, sine square a plus cos square a is equals to 1, and some reciprocal and the relation between the trigonometric identities. Here when you use finally, you will be able to prove that the LHS is equals to RHS. Clear? Next question. How many two-digit numbers are divisible by 3? Now this is a very interesting question. This is a very good question. Here the concept of arithmetic progressions will be utilized. A lot of students get confused. This is a logic based question. No. A common sense question. No. This is a question related to arithmetic progressions. So here you need to be very well aware that what is the first term. That part you need to utilize your common sense and logic reasoning. The next part is completely based on arithmetic progression. Now two-digit numbers. How many two-digit numbers are divisible by 3? So whenever a number is divisible by 3, the next number which will be divisible by 3 will be more than 3. If I add 3, I'll get the next number. For example, if I write 3, the next number which will be divisible by 3 will be 3 plus 3, 6. The next number will be plus 3, 9. So we get one information that the common difference for the series which will be formed for all the numbers which are divisible by 3 is 3. Correct? That is the first information which we get over here. The common difference will be 3. Correct? This I am writing it separately over here. Now, how many 2-digit numbers are divisible by 3? First 2-digit number which is divisible by 3, write down in the chat box. First 2-digit number which is divisible by 3. First 2-digit number. It is obviously 10, no? 11. 12 is the first 2-digit number divisible by 3, correct? This will become the first number of my arithmetic progression, which is 12. Correct? This part is clear. The common difference of this AP will be 3. The last number which will be divisible by 3, last 2-digit number, can anyone type in the chat box? Last 2-digit number divisible by 3. Type in the chat box. Last 2-digit number. The last 2-digit number is 99. Just one less than 100. That is the number which is divisible by 3. 99. Now what we need to do? We know that the nth term of an AP is given by this formula. An is equal to a plus n minus 1 times d, where n is the serial number of that term. Now if I am able to find out the serial number of the last term, will I not be able to find out how many numbers are there in this AP, or indirectly how many numbers are divisible by 3 which are 2 digits, right? That is the approach we are going to use over here. So an is a plus n minus 1 times d. For L, the last term which is L equals to an equals to a plus n minus 1 times d. I'll put L equal to 99 is equal to first term, first 2-digit number which is divisible by 3, 12 plus n minus 1 times 3. This n will give me the serial number of the last term, which will give me the number of 2-digit numbers, correct? From 12 to 99, correct? Let's move ahead. 99, that 12 let me take to the left hand side, is equals to n minus 1 times 3. 99 minus 12, 9 minus 2, 7, 9 minus 1, 8. 87 is equals to n minus 1 times 3. N minus 1 will be equal to 87 divided by 3, which is 29. 3 2s are 6, 3 9s are 27. N is equal to 29 plus 1 equals to 30. So 30 numbers are there. 30 is my final answer. 30 numbers, 30 2-digit numbers are there which are actually divisible by 3. The first number 12. So simple logic. Let me break this down. If you got this answer 30, please type 30 in the chat box. If you got the answer 30, then only type 30, okay? Or whatever other answer you got, type that answer. Let's break down this problem once again. The first logic over here is to identify what chapter or what concept from my grade 10 I will be using over here. Not a lot of concepts are there. So here, the first thing which comes into your mind is those numbers which are divisible by 3, the first 2-digit number is 12. That is the first thing which comes in your mind. Last 2-digit number is 99. These two things anyone who is studying in grade 10 can easily identify these two things. The next thing which should come in your mind is, okay, all the numbers which are divisible by 3 are separated by 3, therefore it forms a AP. So this can be the first term of the AP, this can be the last term of the AP. The common difference is the third thing which will come in your mind. Now the next thing, when you identify this AP problem, you need to find out the serial number of the last term, and you can find out very easily using this formula for the nth term, correct? And the answer comes out to be 30. Next question. Prove that the lengths of tangents drawn from external point to a circle are equal. Now this is a Pitot's theorem as well. Let's not get into the detail. I'll simply prove it. I'll draw a circle like this. Once I draw the circle, I need to draw two tangents because a point is here. Let's say this point is P. Two tangents are drawn. One tangent is this. The other tangent, let me draw. This is the other tangent. Let's say this point is Q. This point is R. Let me say that center of the circle is O. So what will I write in the question? I'll write here. Given in the figure. Given as represented in the figure. In figure, circle with center O, circle with center O is having two tangents from a point P, tangents PQ and PR from point P. Clear till here, everyone? Clear? Now two extra constructions I will make. One is this radius OQ, the other one is this radius OR. Till here, everyone with me? And then I will join O and P with a straight line like this. Clear? Join OQ, OR and OP. Join OQ, OR and OP. Now can anyone tell me, type in the chat box, what will the value of this angle? Quickly reply in the chat box. I can see a lot of you are saying 90, 90, 90. 90 is the correct answer. Can you tell me which theorem you have utilized over here related to circle? The theorem is tangent of a circle is perpendicular to the radius at a point of contact. At the same point of contact, the tangent and the radius make a 90-degree angle. This is the theorem related to circle which we have to use over here. Clear? Now the approach, what approach we need to use? So this is the given information. What we need to prove? We need to prove that PQ is equal to PR. So to prove the tangents drawn from an external point P to the circle Q at Q and R, which intersect at Q and R, should be equal. PQ is equals to PR. This is something which we need to prove. How can we prove this? PQ is the part of this triangle, PR is the part of this triangle. We need to prove that these two triangles are congruent. So let's prove this. In triangle PQR and in triangle PQO and PRO. PQO and PRO. Okay. PQO and PRO. We will prove that these two triangles are congruent. Angle Q and angle R are equal to 90 degree. The reason for this is tangent is perpendicular to radius at a point of contact. That reason you have to write in the brackets. Next thing, the next is this OQ and OR are equal. OQ and OR are equal and OP is equal to OP. OQ is equal to OR, radius, radii of same circle. OP is equal to OP, common side between the two triangles. So what congruency axiom can I use over here and I can state that these two triangles are congruent? Can anyone type in the chat box? Right angle is equal, hypotenuse is equal, and one more side is equal. So RHS congruency, by RHS axiom or RHS axiom of congruency, triangle PQO and triangle PRO are congruent. And once I have proven that these two triangles are congruent, I can directly say that these two sides, the corresponding parts of the congruent triangles are equal. Therefore, PQ is equal to PR. Clear? So by CPCT, PQ is equal to PR, hence clear? I hope this is clear. Let's move to the next question. Observe the following graph and answer the following question. So this is a graph which is over here. As you all can see, this graph is cutting the x-axis. This is the x-axis, this is the y-axis. It is cutting the x-axis at 2 points and the y-axis has 1 point. Correct? Now this shape, if you would have learned about quadratic equation, everyone will know that quadratic equations, always the graph has this shape. And this shape is very commonly known as parabola, and specifically this is a upward parabola. Correct? So in the answer, the first question's answer here, name the shape of the graph. If you write parabola, you will get 1 mark. If you write upward parabola, then also you will get 1 mark. So this, to get 1 mark, you simply had to write parabola. Second question, how many zeros of the polynomial are there in the graph? We already know that zeros of a polynomial are found out by the points at which the polynomial will cut the x-axis. How many points the polynomial is cutting the x-axis? 2 points. So how many zeros? 2 zeros. So the answer for this is 2 zeros, and the reason also you can write as graph cuts 2 points, 2 different points on x-axis. Clear? Which are those 2 different points? What are the zeros of the polynomial? This will be the value of the x coordinate at which the graph cuts the x-axis. One is -1 and the other is 4. -1 and 4. So the answer for the third part is -1 and 4. Clear? Once you establish this, the final question is write the sum of the zeros. Very easy. -1 plus 4 is equal to 3. Anyone wrote -1 plus 4, 3 plus -4, -1, anyone -1 wrote the answer? That is wrong, beta. You also added this. This is not a zero. Clear? This is not a zero. Only the points which are cutting the graph on the x-axis, the x values of the points are the zeros. These are the zeros. Clear? This is zero number 1, is zero number 2. Clear? Let's move ahead. Now section 4, I would like to call again Satish sir. Satish sir, you can come over here and you can explain the section 4. Section 4 is again very, very important. 5 marks, 8 questions. Some questions Satish sir will explain, then I'll again carry on with the later questions.
ఓకే సో ఇప్పుడు మనం 4th సెక్షన్లో ఉన్నాము. ఈ 4th సెక్షన్లో లైక్ ఈచ్ క్వశ్చన్ ఇట్ క్యారీస్ 5 మార్క్స్ అండ్ ప్రతి ఒక్క క్వశ్చన్కి ఆప్షనల్ ఉంది. సో ఇట్ బికమ్స్ ఈజీ ఈవెన్ దో ఒకటి మీకు తెలిసిన ఏదో ఒక ఆప్షన్ మీకు తెలిసినా కానీ ఇట్ బికమ్స్ వెరీ ఈజీ ఫర్ యూ టు చూస్ అమాంగ్ ఎనీ వన్ ఆఫ్ దెమ్. ఓకే, సో ఫస్ట్ క్వశ్చన్ వచ్చేటప్పటికి ప్రూవ్ దాట్ √7 ఈజ్ ఇర్రేషనల్. ఓకే, ఇది ఒక సింపుల్ and the basic first real numbers nunchi chapter nunchi how do we prove that √7 is irrational? This theorem goes through proof by contradiction. Okay, so first manam assume em cheskuntam ante √7 is already a rational number. So ultimate ka goal entante √7 is irrational. This we need to prove. Kani how does the theorem goes we need to see. First manam em assume cheskuntam let √7 be a rational number. సో ఒక్కసారి ఏదైనా నెంబర్ రేషనల్ నెంబర్ అన్నామంటే దాని అర్థం ఏంటి? దట్ మీన్స్ దట్ యూ కెన్ రైట్ ఎనీ నెంబర్ ఇన్ ద ఫార్మ్ ఆఫ్ p/q వేర్ q ఇస్ స్పెసిఫికలీ నాట్ ఈక్వల్ టు 0. ఓకే, సో వేర్ q is not equal to 0, and we also assume that this is in its simplest form, so the greatest common divisor or highest common factor is 1. So I can also say it as the other way to say this is that p, q are co-primes. అంటే వాటి మధ్య ఉన్న కామన్ ఫ్యాక్టర్ హైయెస్ట్ కామన్ ఫ్యాక్టర్ వచ్చేసి 1. ఓకే, సో ఐ కెన్ సే దిస్. ఇది చాలా చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్. ఇది మీరు నోట్ డౌన్ చేసుకోవాలి. ఈ స్టేట్మెంట్ అనేది చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్. p, q ఆర్ co-primes. రైట్, నౌ ఇప్పుడు మనం ఏం రాయొచ్చు? స్క్వేరింగ్ ఆన్ బోత్ సైడ్స్. ఇఫ్ ఐ డూ స్క్వేరింగ్ ఆన్ బోత్ సైడ్స్ ఇప్పుడు ఏమైపోతుంది? 7 is equals to p²/q². సో ఫ్రమ్ దిస్ ఐ కెన్ రైట్ ఇట్ యాజ్ p² is equals to 7q². ఓకే, p² is equals to 7q². సో దీని అర్థం ఏంటంటే p² is divisible by 7, isn't it? ఈ ఈక్వేషన్ చూస్తే దట్ మీన్స్ 7, that p² is nothing but multiple of 7, or you can say that p² is divisible by 7. So I can say that p² is divisible by 7. p² is divisible by 7. Kani there is a small lemma that you might have already studied. If a prime number is divisible by p², then again p is also divisible by 7. So it's a direct implication. ఒకవేళ కానీ p² 7ని డివైడ్ చేస్తే p is also dividing 7. Okay, so from here I can say that p is divisible by 7, or I can also say that p is multiple of 7. Okay, so I can say that p is equal to some 7 times of k. Okay, So so this is the first equation, this is the second equation. Now in place of p I can substitute 7k, so that will be p is equals to 7k substitute cheste. So I have the equation p square is equals to 7q square. So p is equals to 7k substitute cheste, 49k square is equals to 7q square. So from here I can write q square is equals to 7k square, and from here I can also say that now q square is divisible by 7, right? Once I say that q square is divisible by 7, I can also say that q is also divisible by 7. కానీ ఇంపార్టెంట్ అబ్జర్వేషన్ ఇక్కడ చూడండి, q is divisible by 7, okay, that's the first statement, and p is also divisible by 7, that is the another statement. Now in these two statements, if you see, what was our initial assumption or presumption, that is p comma q are co-primes, but during when I am trying to go through the proof, you could see a contradiction has been arrived that p is divisible by 7 as well as q is also divisible by 7. That means there is a highest common factor, or there is a factor that is also available is turned out to be 7. Hence our assumption was wrong, hence we have reached to a contradiction, hence that root 7 is irrational. Hence you can just write here it's contradiction, and hence root 7 is irrational. Okay, hence root 7 is irrational. Okay, a simple question using a lemma and just using a technique of proof by contradiction, we have proved that root 7 is an irrational number. Okay, so the first thing is very easy. Okay, second question, ఇక్కడ చూడండి, the diagonals of a quadrilateral ABCD intersect each other at point O such that AO by BO is equals to CO by DO, show that ABCD is a trapezium. Okay, so ఇక్కడ చూస్తే, so I would like to erase this completely. You can take the screenshot of this, మీరు screenshot తీసుకోవచ్చు. Okay, so ఇది కూడా మీరు screenshot తీసుకోవచ్చు. I am trying to use this space for the next one. Okay, ఇక్కడ చూడండి, a trapezium ఉంది. ట్రెపీజియం అనేది మనం ప్రూవ్ చేయాలి, ఇట్ ఈస్ సమ్ క్వాడ్రిలేటరల్. బేసిక్గా ఇది ఒక క్వాడ్రిలేటరల్, ఏబిసిడి అనేది సమ్ క్వాడ్రిలేటరల్ ఇన్ విచ్ ఇట్ హ్యాస్ ఎ డయాగ్నల్. ఓకే, ఇట్ హ్యాస్ టూ డయాగ్నల్స్, రైట్? ఇట్ హ్యాస్ two diagonals where the two diagonals are intersecting at point O. Okay, now ఇక్కడ we need to prove that this quadrilateral is a trapezium. Trapezium ఎప్పుడు అవుతుంది? When can a quadrilateral be a trapezium? When one pair of opposite sides are parallel. Okay, when one pair of opposite sides are parallel. ఏదో ఒక pair of sides parallel అని prove చేస్తే we are done. We can say that we are eligible to say that it's a trapezium. Right now మనకి ఇచ్చిన given data ఏంటి? AO by BO is equals to CO by DO. So నేను ఇక్కడ given data రాస్తున్నాను. Given AO by BO is equals to CO by DO. ఇది వాడు ఏదో ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ ఇచ్చాడు. ఓకే, సో బట్ మనం ఇక్కడ we need required to prove that ABCD is a trapezium. ABCD is a trapezium. So how does the proof goes? Let's try to see. ఇక్కడ చూస్తే from point O, we'll try to do a small construction here. ఇక్కడ ఏం చేస్తానంటే try to take a different thing. So ikkada I'll try to draw a line that is parallel to AB. Okay, so I'll just name this fellow as E. Okay, so I can say that I am trying to construct a line from the intersection of these two diagonals, that is point O, OE parallel to AB. So I will just write the construction step. I'll write a construction step. Draw a line OE parallel to AB. OE is parallel to AB. So ఇప్పుడు చూడండి, in triangle ABC. So ఇప్పుడు proof, I would like to jump onto the proof. Okay, in triangle ABC. So ఈ triangle లో మీరు చూస్తే I have already constructed my line OE in such a way that it is parallel to AB, right? Now do you remember some theorem? ఏదైనా ఒక థీరం గుర్తొస్తుందా? You can see there is one theorem hidden in this whole theory, that is basic proportionality theorem. ఈ థీరం ఏం చెప్తుంది మనకి? ఎప్పుడైనా కానీ ఏదైనా ట్రయాంగిల్ ఉన్నప్పుడు అండ్ వెన్ దెర్ ఇస్ అ లైన్ దట్ ఈస్ జస్ట్ పాసింగ్ ప్యారలల్ టు ఎనీ వన్ ఆఫ్ ద సైడ్, ఇట్ ఈస్ డివైడింగ్ ది అదర్ టూ సైడ్స్ ఇన్ ద సేమ్ ప్రపోర్షన్. ఓకే, ఇట్ ఈస్ డివైడింగ్ ది అదర్ టూ సైడ్స్ ఇన్ ద సేమ్ ప్రపోర్షన్. అంటే ఒకవేళ కానీ ఓఈ ఈస్ ప్యారలల్ టు ఏబి, ఇక్కడ ఈ ట్రయాంగిల్లో ఇన్ ట్రయాంగిల్ ABC OE is parallel to AB, then I am eligible to say that OC by OA is equals to CE by CB. I am eligible to say this. Okay, so that is what the basic proportionality theorem says. So from this, so I can directly using that BPT by BPT, I can directly write that since OE is parallel to AB by construction, OC by OA is equals to CE by CB. CE by CB. Okay, OC by OA is equals to CE by CE. కానీ ఇక్కడ మీరు చూస్తే AO by BO is equals to CO by DO. So దీన్ని, okay, so this is equation 1. Okay, let's try to keep this aside. From this, let's try to write the equation 2. AO by BO. Okay, we'll write AO by BO is equals to CO by DO. Okay, and మీరు ఇక్కడ చూస్తే OC by OA. Okay, we'll try to do that manipulation. So నేను ఏం రాస్తానంటే DO by BO is equals to OC by OA. Okay, so this is my equation 2. So from both equation 1 and 2, okay, ఇక్కడ equation 1 లో OC by OA ఎంత, CE by CB, ఇక్కడ OC by OA ఎంత, ఇక్కడ OC by OA ఎంత, BO by DO. So from 1 and 2, I can say that DO by BO is equals to OC by OA, which is also equals to CE by CB, which is also equals to CE by CB. ఇప్పుడు మీరు చూడండి, all these three ratios are in proportion. Once these three ratios are in proportion, I can equate even these two, that is DO by BO is also equals to CE by CB. Now ఇక్కడ ఈ ఫ్రేమ్ మటుకు చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్. DO by BO is equals to CE by CB. Now try to observe, ఇక్కడ మనం ఏ రేషియో ప్రూవ్ చేసాం, DO by OB is equals to CE by EB. That is what we have proved. E two sides and E two sides are in proportion. That is what we have proved here. Now try to concentrate on this triangle that is BCD. Okay, that is BCD. E triangle lo what does the BPT say? BPT em cheptundi, if two lines are parallel then the ratios are in proportion. Kani converse BPT lo if two ratios are in proportion then the lines are parallel, right? So already ఇక్కడ నేను ఆల్రెడీ ఏం చెప్తున్నాను, ఈ టూ రేషియోస్ అనేది ఆల్రెడీ ఈక్వల్ అని చెప్తున్నాను. సో ఫ్రమ్ దిస్ am I eligible to say that OE is parallel to CD? Yes. So directly ఇక్కడ మనం directly from this let's treat this as equation 3. From 3, by converse BPT I can say that by converse BPT, what can I say, that this line OE is parallel to BC. This line OE is parallel to BC. Initially by construction, what did I say, that OE I have taken as parallel to B, OE is parallel to AB. But right now I have proved that OE is also parallel to CD, so hence we are done, right? Here I got to know the conclusion is OE is parallel to BC, but by our construction OE is also parallel to AB. So from these two statements, okay, so let this be star and let this be ash. So from this star and ash we can say that what can we say? We can say that if two lines are parallel to the same line, then the two lines are parallel to each other. Hence AB is parallel to BC from the basic Euclid axiom, right? Okay. So hence we can say that a quadrilateral in which one pair of opposite sides are parallel, we can say that it's a trapezium. Hence ABCD is a trapezium. Are we done with the proof? Right? In fact, ఈ రెండిట్లో the first one seems to be very simple, right? అంతగా there is no hard work. But if you see the second one, there is little bit of construction and little bit of BPT as well as converse BPT. Okay, so we have solved even the second question, right? Now, next question. Okay, find the coordinates of the point of trisection of the line segment -3, -5 and -6, -8. Okay. బైసెక్షన్ అంటే ఇట్ ఈస్ డివైడింగ్ ఇంటూ 2 పార్ట్స్. ట్రైసెక్షన్ అంటే ఏదో ఒక 2 పాయింట్స్ మటుకు ఇట్ ఈస్ డివైడింగ్ ఇంటూ 3 ఈక్వల్ పార్ట్స్. ఓకే, బైసెక్షన్ అంటే దెర్ ఇస్ ఓన్లీ 1 పాయింట్ మిడ్ పాయింట్ వేర్ ఇట్ ఈస్ డివైడింగ్ ఇంటూ 2 ఈక్వల్ పార్ట్స్. సో ఒకటే ఒక పాయింట్ ఉంటుంది, దాన్ని పాయింట్ సిని మిడ్ పాయింట్ అంటాం. ఓకే, ఒకవేళ ట్రైసెక్షన్ అంటే ఇఫ్ 2 పాయింట్స్ ఇస్ కటింగ్ ఇంటూ 3 ఈక్వల్ స్లైసెస్, దట్ ఈస్ నథింగ్ బట్ ది ట్రైసెక్షన్. ఓకే, నౌ see here, I'll try to draw a figure out of this. So there are 2 points, that is minus 3 comma minus 5, and you have another point minus 6 comma minus 8. Now please see here, ikkada chudandi, I have this is some point A and B. Trisection ante madhyalo inka 2 points untayi. ఆ మధ్యలో 2 పాయింట్స్ ఎలా ఉంటాయి? ఇట్ ఈస్ ఆల్వేస్ డివైడెడ్ ఇన్ ద రేషియో. ట్రైసెక్షన్ అంటే 1:1:1. ఓకే, సో ట్రైసెక్షన్ మీన్స్ దీస్ 2 పాయింట్స్ ఆర్ డివైడింగ్ ద పాయింట్ A and B ఇన్ ద రేషియో 1:1:1. సో ఇట్ ఈస్ బీన్ డివైడెడ్ ఇంటూ హౌ మెనీ పార్ట్స్? 3 పార్ట్స్. నౌ వీ నీడ్ టు ఫైండ్ దిస్ పాయింట్ C and పాయింట్ D. ఇక్కడ మనం యూజ్ చేయాల్సిన బేసిక్ ఫార్ములా ఏంటి? వీ నీడ్ టు యూజ్ వాట్ ఇస్ ద బేసిక్ and the most interesting formula is the section formula. Okay, section formula ela untundi, how does a section formula looks like? So if you have point A and point B, and if you have something like point C, and if it is dividing in the ratio m:n, where this point C is dividing in the ratio m:n, so we have point C is equals to, suppose this is x1 comma y1 and this is x2 comma y2, and we have this it is being divided in the ratio m:n. So this point C is nothing but mx2 plus nx1 by m plus n, my2 plus ny1 by m plus n. Okay, so ikkada meer chuste the C is dividing A and B in the ratio 1:2. Okay, the C is dividing the AB in 1:2. So instead of writing m, I'm just writing 1, and here I am writing it as 2, and we already have the points, that is minus 3 comma minus 5, minus 6 comma minus 8. So minus 3 comma minus 5, minus 6 comma minus 8. Simple, chala easy, everything is there here. Just try to substitute. M is 1, n is 2, so 1 into minus 6 mx2 plus nx1 plus 2 into minus 3, so 2 into minus 3 is again minus 6 by m plus n, that will be 3, again my2, that will be 1 into minus 8, and 2 into minus 5, minus 10, that will be by m plus n, that will be equals to 3. So minus 6 minus 6 minus 12 by 3 is minus 4, so this is minus 4, minus 8 minus 10 is minus 18 by 3 is 6, so that will be minus 6. So we got the coordinates of C to be minus 4 comma minus 6. So minus 4 comma minus 6, these are the 2 coordinates that we got, right? Ippudu we have, so finally let's draw the climax figure, that is A, B, we have point C and we have point D. Point C we have already got the coordinates, that is minus 4 comma minus 6, and point A already manaku telisinavi minus 3 comma minus 5, and this is minus 6 comma minus 8. Okay, now if you see here, this is being divided in the ratio 1:1:1. ఇప్పుడు మళ్ళీ మనం 2:1 కంటే కూడా, ఇఫ్ యూ సీ దిస్ పాయింట్ డి, వీడు ఎగ్జాక్ట్గా మధ్యలో ఉన్నాడు. ఓకే, సికి ఇంకా బికి మధ్యలో. సో దట్ అగైన్ యూ డోంట్ హ్యావ్ టు యూస్ 2:1 బికాస్ ఇట్ హ్యాస్ ఎ గ్రిగరస్ అర్థమెటిక్ థింగ్స్, రైట్, క్యాలిక్యులేటివ్ పార్ట్. సో సింపుల్గా ఏం చేయండి, మిడ్ పాయింట్ తీసుకోండి. వాట్ ఇస్ ద డి? డి ఇస్ అ మిడ్ పాయింట్ ఆఫ్ బి అండ్ సి. సో కెన్ యూ టేక్ ద డి? సో హౌ కెన్ యూ ఫైండ్ ద డి వాల్యూ? డి వాల్యూ ఇస్ నథింగ్ బట్ x1 plus x2 by 2, that is minus 4 plus minus 6 by 2, that will be minus 5, and minus 6 minus 8 by 2, that will be minus 7, right? So D value is minus 5 comma minus 7. ఇది ఇలానే చేయాలని పర్టికులర్గా రూల్ ఏం లేదు. You can always use again 2:1 also, still the answer turns out to be same. Okay, so simple question, easy question, but it has, you definitely ఈ ఫార్ములా మటుకు క్యాపిటలైజ్ చేయాలి. ఓకే, mx2 plus nx1 by m plus n. ట్రైసెక్షన్ అంటే 1:1:1 రేషియో. ఓకే, నౌ సీ ద నెక్స్ట్ క్వశ్చన్. ఈ క్వశ్చన్ మటుకు ఇట్ హ్యాస్ ఎ లిటిల్ మోర్ రిగరస్ క్యాల్కులేషన్. ఓకే, సో క్యాల్కులేషన్ పార్ట్ మేబీ ఐ ట్రై టు డూ, లెట్స్ సీ. కానీ ఒకవేళ క్యాల్కులేషన్ నాకు చాలా లాంగ్ అవుతుంటే మేబీ ఇట్ మైట్ టేక్ ఓవర్ టైమ్. సో ఐ విల్ ట్రై టు డూ వాట్ ఎవర్ ద పాసిబిలిటీ ఇస్. సో మీరు చూద్దాం, మనం చేద్దాం. ఓకే, సో ఐ విల్ ట్రై టు బీ యాజ్ స్పెసిఫిక్ యాజ్ పాసిబుల్. ఓకే, ఇక్కడ చూడండి. A cow is tied to a peg at one corner of square shaped grass field of side 20 meter. Okay, so there is a square grass field which is of 20 meter. So everything is 20, and by 20 meters by means of 6-meter rope. So there is a cow that has been tied to a rope of 6 meter. Okay, now for first question what ఏమంటున్నాడంటే the area of the part that the field in which the cow can graze. Okay, so maximum area that the cow can actually graze ఎంత అని అడుగుతున్నాడు. So this is one of the application question based on the area related to circle. Okay, స్పెసిఫిక్ గా ఇక్కడ ఇంట్రెస్టింగ్ ఫ్యాక్ట్ ఏంటంటే స్క్వేర్ లో అన్ని సైడ్స్ ఈక్వల్ ఉంటాయి, అన్ని యాంగిల్స్ కూడా ఎంత ఉంటాయి 90 డిగ్రీ. సో దట్ ఈస్ అన్ అప్లికేషన్ పార్ట్. సో వీ హ్యావ్ theta by 360 into pi r square, that is the area of the sector formula, that is the area of the sector formula. Specific ga ikkada radius r enta, r is nothing but 6. Okay, r is nothing but 6. So theta is nothing but 90. So theta 90 and theta vachesi 90 degree, r vachesi 6. So we have the area of the sector formula is nothing but theta by 360 into pi r square. Okay, so ఇక్కడ నేను చేయాల్సింది ఏంటి చూడండి. సో 90, సో ఏరియా grazed by cow is equals to theta ఎంత 90 by 360 into pi r square, r ఎంత 6, that will be 6 square. Okay, so 90 by 360, that will be 1 by 4 of pi into 36, right? You can write it as 6 into 6, right? So 2 2s are 4, 2 3s are 6, again 2 3. So this will be equals to 9 pi. Okay, this is equals to 9 pi. So specific ga vadu did he give you any value? So okay, meer matuku ee value find out cheyandi 9 pi. So this you can write it as 9 into 3.14. Calculate this value. Okay, ee value matuku calculate cheyandi, it will be 27.96 or something. Okay, so aa value matuku calculate cheyandi. So next ఏంటంటే so I'm just calculating this value also, మీ గురించి calculate చేస్తున్నాను. So that will be 9 4s are 36. Okay, 9 1s are 9, 3 12, 9 3s are 12, 13. So it will be 13.9 3s are 27, 26. Sorry. So 28. Okay, so answer is 28.24. Okay, answer is 28.24. ఇది నాకు వచ్చిన ఆన్సర్. Okay, 28.24. Okay, now so this is 28.24 which is meter square. Okay, ikkada units matko definitely ga rayandi. This I got it to be meter square. Now next question vaadu emantunadante the increase in the grazing area if the rope is 11.5 meter long instead of 6 meters. Okay, so he's clearly saying two things. First is emindi ok 6 meter length toni cow it has grazed, but suppose if the rope length has been increased by 11.5, okay, it has been increased to 11.5. Now specific ga it is covering some area, kani he is not asking how much area it is being covered by 11.5. he is asking what is the increase in area when the rope is 6 meters ఉన్నప్పుడు 11.5 meters ఉన్నప్పుడు ఎంత area increase అవుతుంది అనేది point. So this is the area that has been actually increased with the rope length. Okay, so we need to find this area. Specific ga we need to find what is the area that has been grazed by the cow. So ikkada first thing entante ikkada radius r. So first మనం ఏం చేద్దాం, we already know this area, the area grazed by the cow when radius is 6 meters, but area grazed by the cow when the length of the rope is 11.5. Similar formula 90 by 360, because again the angle turns out to be same. You can directly use the formula theta by 360 into pi r square minus r square. Our formula use cheyochu, where the capital R, the first R is 11.5 and this is 6. But let's try to do 1 by 4 into pi r square. So pi r vachesi ikkada 11.5. So I'm just writing it as 11.5 into 11.5. Okay, so 11.5 into 11.5. So this will be this will be pi by, if there is any cancellation, so 11.5 by 2 whole square. Can you do like this? 11.5 by 2 whole square. 4 you can write it as 2 square, and 11.5 square you can write it as 11.5 square. So this you can write it as 5.25 whole square. So 5.25 5.25 whole square. 5.25 whole square into pi. Okay, 5.25 into whole square into pi. So ఇక్కడ వచ్చేసి 5.2 square pi, ఇక్కడ వచ్చేసి 3 square pi. So the answer, the increase in the area is nothing but, so I'll try to erase here. So increase in the area is equals to, what is the increase in the area is equals to, మనకు వచ్చిన వాల్యూ ఎంత, that is 5.25 square pi, 5.25 square pi minus 3 square pi. So this will be pi times 5.25 plus 3 into 5.25 minus 3. I'm just leaving this calculation to you. ఇది క్యాల్కులేట్ చేసి నాకు చెప్పండి ఆన్సర్ ఎంత వస్తుందో. ఓకే, సో దిస్ ఈస్ హౌ యూ విల్ బీ గెటింగ్ ది వాల్యూస్ ఆఫ్ ద ఫస్ట్ వన్ అండ్ ద సెకండ్ వన్. ఓకే, సో దిస్ ఈస్ హౌ. సో ద ఫస్ట్ క్వశ్చన్ చేశాను, సెకండ్ క్వశ్చన్ కూడా ఇట్ ఈస్ ప్రెటీ మచ్ సింపుల్. ఓకే, నౌ సీ ద నెక్స్ట్ క్వశ్చన్. One card is drawn from a well shuffled deck of 52 cards. Calculate the probability that the card will be an ace. So totally how many cards do we have? We have 52. Out of 52, how many aces we have? So there are completely, it is divided into two colors, that is red and black. So the red will have diamond and heart, and the black is having aces and spade. So totally we have 52 cards. The 52 cards dissection goes like this, that is red. So we have red cards, red, and we have black cards. So in the red cards we have, that is diamonds and hearts, and here in the black cards we have, ఈరోజు పొద్దున కూడా ఇదే ప్రాబ్లం డిస్కస్ చేసాము. బ్లాక్ కార్డ్స్ we have spades and clubs, spades and clubs. So it starts with A 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, and we have king, queen and jack. Okay, so how many aces we have? We have totally 4 aces. So probability that getting an ace card ఎప్పుడు వస్తుంది? That will be the probability of getting an ace card. How many aces we have? We have 4 ace card, 4 by 52, which is 1 by 13. So first answer is done. Not be an ace card. So ఇక్కడ ఇంపార్టెంట్ క్రైటీరియా ఏంటంటే, నాట్ బి అన్ ఏస్ కార్డ్ అంటే మనం ప్రతిసారి కౌంట్ చేయనొద్దు, ఇది ఏస్ కార్డ్ కాదు, ఇది ఏస్ కార్డ్ కాదు, ఇది ఏస్. This is not the way that you need to do. You need to be very specific about what? That the complementary of an event. Okay, ఒకవేళ కానీ, so if you know the complementary event అంటే ఏంటంటే, P of A plus P of A complement is always equal to 1. That which is and that which is not, is the probability is equals to 1. Okay, so probability, so ace card ki opposite statement enti, not an ace card. So if I take that, probability of not an ace card is equals to 1 minus probability of getting an ace card. So already మనం find out చేసాం, ఇదంతా 1 by 13. So 1 minus 1 by 13, which is equals to 12 by 13. So we are done. Okay, simple, right? So not be an ace card. A face card. Okay, ఎన్ని ఫేస్ కార్డ్స్ ఉంటాయి టోటల్గా? in each dissection we have, in each partition we have 3 face cards, that is king, queen and jack. So ఇక్కడ 3, ఇక్కడ 3, ఇక్కడ 3, ఇక్కడ 3. So 3 into 4, 12. So how many face cards do we have? We have totally, we have 12 face cards. So probability of getting a face card is, probability of getting a face card is 12 by 52. So you can just cancel it out, 2 6 2 26 and again you can cancel it out, 3 2, so 2 3s and 2 13s, right? So the answer is 3 by 13, right? So simple. Next, probability of getting a spades ఎన్ని ఉంటాయి టోటల్గా? 13 by 52. Simple. Probability of getting a spade card. Okay, probability of getting a spade card is 13 by 52. So that will be equals to 1 by 4. Okay, so very easy and simple question, that is of 5 marks. Okay, so next question చూడండి, ఇది కొంచెం twisted. Okay, చూడటానికి పెద్ద question కానీ, but still it is simple. A contractor plans to install 2 slides for the children to play in a park. For the children below the age of 5 years, she prefers to have a slide whose top is at the height of 1.5. Okay, this is like ramp, jarbanta. So this is how much the height is of 1.5 meter. Okay, so and it is inclined at an angle of 30 degrees to the ground. Okay, so this slide is inclined at an angle of 30 degree. Okay, so this is the first case. Okay, second case vachedapudiki, so if you see the second case, so in the second case, whereas for an elder children, she wants to have a steep slide at a height of 3 meter. So the height vachesi 3 meter and inclined at an angle of 60 degrees to the ground. Okay, so this is 60 degree. Okay, so what should be the length of the slide in each case? Okay, simple, chala easy question. Ikkada veedu adugutundi entante, so I'll take this as A, B, C, and here I will take this as A dash, B dash, and I'll take it as C dash. So he is asking what is the length of AB, what is the length of okay, let's not get confused here. So ikkada kuda same తీసుకుంటాను. So ikkada enti, so this is B dash and this is also C dash. So ultimately you need to find what is the length of AB, what is the length of A dash B dash. Okay, what is the length of A dash B dash. So AB, so how can we find AB, which relation we can use such that E angle ki we have an opposite side, but we also want to find the hypotenuse. Okay, manaki ichina data enti E angle prakaranga we need opposite side, but we also want to find the hypotenuse. What relation we can establish between opposite side as well as the hypotenuse, or you can say the perpendicular as well as the hypotenuse, is sine. So from here I can write sine 30 is equals to opposite, that is 1.5 by what is the hypotenuse we have? We have AB. So can I say that this is nothing but 1.5, so AB is equals to 1.5 by sine 30, 1.5 by sine 30. So from here I got the value of sine 30 to be 1 by 2, so that will be equals to 3. Okay, so 1.5 by 1 by 2. Okay, 1.5 by 1 by 2, so that will be equals to 3. So what will be the height, what will be the length of the slide? That will be equals to 3 meters. So AB length vachesi we have found out to be 3 meters. Okay, now we need to find what is the length of A dash B dash. Okay, so again I'll try to draw the figure. So this is 3 meters and this is 60 degrees, and we need to find this A dash B dash C dash. Okay, so similar ga same ade relation malli use chesi we can say that sine 60 is equals to, that is AC A dash C dash by A dash B dash, and we know that sine 60 value is how much? Root 3 by 2, and A dash C dash value vachesi 3 by A dash B dash. So from this I can say that A dash B dash is equals to 2 into 3 by root 3. I can cancel root 3 times, so the answer is 2 root 3. Okay, and root 3 value is 1.732, and you can just find out the value 1.732 into 2, it will be 2.714 or something. Okay, okay, so this is the final value. Now I request Srikesh sir to further continue this.
Very thank you Satish sir for explaining a lot. I hope you heard him explain a lot of 5 marks question. Last few questions are left, 2 questions to be specific, 32 and 33. So this is the question: find the mean for the following data, use step deviation method. To find out the mean, there are different ways to find it out, but we'll be using step deviation method. So for the step deviation method to be used properly, we need to find out the assumed mean. So we need to be very sure that which class mark we are taking to be assumed mean. So first step is to find out the class mark, class interval, and then form the table and then use the step deviation method formula to find out the mean. So let's do this one by one. Here I'll make the table once again. So class is 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, and finally 40 to 50. So this much we have: 8, 16, 36, frequency is 8, 16, 36, 34 and 6. Now to use the step deviation formula, let's first find out the class mark. So class mark which is given by xi is nothing but the average of the lower limit and the upper limit of every class. So 0 plus 10 by 2 will give you 5. Average of 10 and 20 here is 15. Then again this will be 50 by 2 25, 70 by 2 35, 45 plus 50 90 by 2 45. Now these numbers are very big. If I want to multiply fi and xi, it will be a very big number. That's why we use deviation, and further we use step deviation, and which the question is directly asking that we need to use step deviation method. So first find out the deviation. Deviation is nothing but the difference between the individual class mark and one assumed mean. So I'll write it over here, xi minus a. So we need to assume a mean. One of the class marks we need to assume that it is the mean. So let me assume the middle one. This, let's say that this is equal to the assumed mean a. Now 5 minus 25 will give me minus 20. That will be the deviation over here, minus 20. 15 minus 25 will give me minus 10. 25 minus 25 0. 35 minus 25 10. 45 minus 25 20. Now as we have found out the deviation, the next step is to find out the step deviation. To find out the step deviation, we need to know what is h. H is class interval or class size, the difference between the upper limit and the lower limit of any of the class. 10 minus 0 here will give you 10, 20 minus 10 will give you 10. Any of the class you take, subtract the lower limit and upper limit, you will get the class interval h, which is coming out to be 10 over here. I will divide each of the deviations over here by h, that is 10 here, to get the step deviation, which is ui. Ui is di upon h. So let's divide minus 20 by 10, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1 and 2. So ui I have got the step deviation. The final step is to multiply the frequency column with the step deviation column. So this I will write over here because I don't have space on the right side of the board. So I am writing over here. So 8 into minus 2 I will get minus 16. 16 into minus 1 minus 16 again. 36 into 0 0. 34 times 1 34, and finally 6 times 2 I will get 12. Now let me add summation of fi ui. I will get, if I add minus 16 minus 32, this will be minus of 32. In negative, this will be 34 plus 12, 4 plus 2 6, 3 plus 1 4, 46. 46 minus 32 6. Summation of fi ui is coming out to be 6. This I will note down here. This will be used in the formula for finding out the mean. The next thing is summation of fi. 8 plus 16, 24 plus 36, you will get 60. 60 plus 34, 94 plus 6, 100. This will come out to be 100. Now these two along with the h and a I will be using to find out the mean. The step deviation method, the formula for mean, x bar is equal to assume mean plus h multiplied by summation of fi ui upon summation of fi, the total frequency. The assumed mean is 25, h class interval is 10, summation of fi ui came out to be 6, and summation of fi is 100. So this will go 10 times 10 is 100, 6 by 10 is 0.6, 25.6 is the mean. How many of you got this to be the answer? Type in the chat box. A lot of you were typing 25.6 in the chat box. Very good, beta. Clear? So I've told you the stepwise explanation for each and every part. Anywhere you go, different channels are there. You go there, they will not tell you the stepwise explanation. Only at Sisya class you will see stepwise explanation. You saw how Satish sir also explained everything, right? Let's move to the next question. This is done. The second part. Find the sum of first 51 terms of AP whose second and third terms are 14 and 18 respectively. Over here, multiple concepts are utilized. It is not just a question of AP, but it also utilizes the concept of linear equation in two variables. Let's understand one by one. Let's say that let the first term be A and the common difference of this AP be D. D be the common difference. Clear? First term is A, D is the common difference. Sum of the first 51 terms we need to find out. Second term is given to be 14, third term is given to be 18. How will we write the second term in terms of A and D? If you know the nth term formula, second term will be given by A plus 2 minus 1 times D, which is A plus D. However, this A plus D is already been given to be 14. So this A plus D is equals to 14, first equation we got. This I will mark as equation number 1. Similarly, the second equation will be A plus 3 minus 1 times D, or A3 equals to A plus 2D is equal to 18. So A3 is equal to A plus 3 minus 1 times D, that is A plus 2D is equal to 18, it is given in the question. So this is equation number 2 for me. Two equations I have in two variables, A plus D equals to 14, A plus 2D equals to 8. I can eliminate the variable A and I can easily find out the value of D, and then I can resubstitute and I can find out the value of A as well. Try it, type in the chat box what is the value of A and D. Let me erase this. This first part is clear to everyone. Let's erase this and let's focus on the second part directly. So this is the second part. If you had attempted the second part, you have to eliminate the variables and resubstitute to find the values of both the variables A and D. So let me use the elimination formula, elimination method. So A plus D is equals to 14. A plus 2D is equals to 18. Let's subtract these two equations. So A minus A will go away, D minus 2D is minus D, 14 minus 18 is minus 4, therefore common difference comes out to be 4. When you put this in equation 1, you will get A equals to, A plus 4 is equals to 14, which gives you 14 minus 4, 10. So the first term is 10 and the common difference is 4. We need to find out the sum of 51 terms of this AP. So the 51 terms, let's find out the sum of 51 terms. 51 terms, n by 2, sum of nth terms, n is equals to 51 multiplied by 2a plus n minus 1 times d. Let's substitute the values. A is 10, D is 4, n is 51. 51 by 2 multiplied by 2 times 10 plus 51 minus 1, 50 multiplied by common difference is 4. So this, when we solve, this will be 20, this will be 200, 200 plus 20, 220 into 51 by 2. 220 into 51 by 2, this when we cancel, this will become 110. And when we multiply 51 into 110, this will come out to be 5610. Clear? So 5610 is the answer. Clear, beta? 11 into 1 and 11 into 5, 55 plus 1, 56. Clear? So this was the answer for the second part. Here, this was to be done in 2 steps. First step, you needed to identify the formula for the nth term. Write down the relation between A and D. First equation you got. From the second information which was given, 18, you got the second relation, second equation. Solve these 2 equations to find out the value of A and D. Once we find out the value of A and D, we want to find out the sum of first 51 terms. To find out the sum of first 51 terms, use this formula, 51 by 2 times 2 into A plus n minus 1 times D, and you will get the final answer to be 5610. Clear? Let's move to the next question. This is the next question. Both parts we have done. This is the 33rd question. I hope this is the last question. Here, first part says, solve the following pair of linear equations graphically. So when you need to solve these equations graphically, you need to plot this in the table. So there are 2 equations, 2x plus y minus 6 equals to 0, 4x minus 2y minus 4 equals to 0. I will plot both the equations separately. It will resemble a line, and the point where these 2 lines meet each other or intersect each other will be the solution for these 2 equations. Let's understand. So first equation is 2x plus y minus 6 equals to 0. So if I make a table for this, to plot this, you would have got the graph paper as well. Let me plot this over here itself. I will make a table of x and y. If I take x to be 0, if I put x to be 0 in this equation, equation number 1 let me write, then y will come out to be 6. So 0 comma 6 is one point from which this line will go through. Okay, this is the first point. Next point, only 2 points I need. Next, I will make y equals to 0. If I put y equals to 0, x will be 2x is equals to 6, x will be 3, correct? So these are the 2 points which I require. If I get these 2 points, I can easily pass the line through these 2 points and extend the line to get the complete graph. correct? Let me draw the graph over here itself. This is y-axis, this is x-axis. 0, 6, this is the first point. 0, 6. Where is 0, 6? 0 is over here, 6 here. Correct? 0, 6. This, let's say this 0, 6. Correct? First point through which the line 1 will pass. The second point is 3, 0. 3, 0, let's say it's here. Okay. This is 3, 0. So this line will pass like this. Clear? This is line number 1. In the graph paper you got. The second line also I need to have here itself, and the point where the second line will cut this line, first line, will be the solution. Let's go to the next. Let's go back and let's get this. 4x minus 2y minus 4. 4x minus 2y minus 4 is equals to 0. Again I will make a table for this second equation. If x is equals to 0, y will be equal to minus 2y is equals to 4. This will come out to be y equal to 4 by minus 2, which is minus 2. 0, minus 2. Correct? If I put y equals to 0, x will come out to be 1. 1, 0. So let me first find out this point 1, 0. This is the first point. The second point is 0, minus 2, which will be over here. Let's say it's over here. So obviously between 1, 3 our solution lies. If you see carefully in the graph paper, you would have got it to be 2, 2. The answer would have been 2, 2. You can check this also. You can put x equal to 2 in the graph paper. Exactly this point will be 2, 0. This point will be 2, 0. This point will be 0, 2. And we have gotten this point to be 2, 2. And this is the answer. X equal to 2, y equal to 2. That's the answer. Clear? How many of you got this to be x equal to 2, y equal to 2? Type in the chat box, and you can put the value and substitute and check as well. 2 2s are 4, 4 plus 2, 6 minus 6, 0. Same way here also, 4 2 times 8, 8 minus 4, 4, 4 minus 4, 0. Clear? I hope this is clear. This was easy. Next, and I hope you got a clear picture of how you got the answer graphically as well. Clear? The next, this is also a graph based question, but most of the students would have solved this only. But let's quickly discuss this as well. In this, 2 steps are there. First, we need to form the pair of linear equations in the following situation and then find their solution graphically only. So Lata bought 2 pencils and 3 chocolates for 9 rupees. Suma bought 1 pencil and 2 chocolates for rupees 5. Find the price of 1 pencil and that of 1 chocolate. So let's say price of 1 pencil is x rupees and price of 1 chocolate is 5 rupees. Then for Lata, she bought 2 pencils. So 2 pencils price will be 2 into x. 1 pencil price is x. 2 pencil price will be 2x. She bought 2 pencils. She bought 3 chocolates. So 3y. Price of 3 chocolates 3 into y. Price of 1 chocolate plus 3y. She paid total 9 rupees. So this is equal to 9. This is equation number 1. 2x plus 3y is equals to 9. Same way for Suma, you can find out the second equation, which is 1 pencil x, 1 into x, 2 chocolates 2 into y. So x plus 2y is equal to 5. This is the second equation. For these 2 equations, we need to plot the graph and then we need to find out where these 2 graphs intersect. That will be the solution. Type in the chat box how many of you got the solution. What is the solution? Type in the chat box. What is your solution? Type in the chat box. Let's check it here itself. Let's verify it here itself. The first equation is 2x plus 3y equal to 9. Let's make a table for this. X equals to 0, y will come out to be 9 by 2, which is 4.5. If you put y equals to 0, x will come out to be 4.5. My bad, this will be 3. Clear? This will be 3. If we put x equals to 0, y equals to 9 by 3, which is 3. Clear? Now let's plot this. Let me again draw. This is the y-axis, this is the x-axis. On the x-axis, if you see 4.5, 0, so let's say here it is 4.5, 0. 0, 3, let's say it's here. 0, 3, let me join these 2. This is the graph or the line representing the equation number 1 for Lata, right? For summa, the equation is x plus 2y equals to 5. X plus 2y is equals to 5. So I will again make a table. I know this is very easily solved by elimination method, but in the question it is being asked that you need to solve using graph paper. So that is why we are solving using graph paper. So x equals to 0 if we put, we'll get y equal to 2.5, y equal to 2.5. Correct? If I put y equals to 0, then x will be equal to 5. Correct? So 0 comma 2.5, it's somewhere here. 0 comma 2.5, then 5 comma 0, 5 comma 0 will be here, just on the side of 4.5. Let's connect these two. Wherever these 2 points meet, that will be the solution. Let's try to check this 4.5. Let's put 4. If we put 4 over here, 2 into 4, 2 4s are 8. If I put x equal to 4, what is y? Y coming out to be 8, 8, y is 1 by 3. If I put x equals to 4 over here, then 1 by 2, y is equals to 1 by 2. We need to check for the graph paper only. You can type the answers in the chat box, but you can cross verify using, let's use the elimination method to check the answer over here itself. Okay. 2x plus 3y is equals to 9. X plus 2y is equals to 5. So let me multiply this equation number 2 by 2. 2x plus 4y is equal to 10. Let's subtract this. Minus y is equals to 9 minus 10 minus 1. So y is equals to 1. This is one thing which we got from here. Y equals to 1, then 9 minus 3 is 6. X is equals to 3. X is equals to 3. If y is equals to 1, x is equals to 3. 2 3s are 6 plus 3, 9. So x equals to 3 comma 1. This is the solution, 3 comma 1. Okay. In the graph you would have got this 3 comma 0 and this to be 0 comma 1. I hope this is clear to everyone. I hope everyone got the answer to be 3 comma 1. The solution is 3 comma 1. So final solution for us will be x is equals to 3, y is equals to 1, which means x is the price of one pencil. One pencil is rupees 3 and one chocolate is rupees 1. So this was the final answer. I hope everyone got this and you wrote the answer to be this only. Final answer also you wrote as well. Clear? So this is where we end. We have solved, me and Satish sir, we have solved the complete paper for you all, and we have solved this the fastest. You can check anywhere. Sisya class is the fastest to get you the paper and solve the paper completely. The correct solutions we are providing, not fast solution, not telling that you can use the elimination method and you can get the answer. We have shown it using the graphical method. We have cross verified it as well. So that's all I would like to tell. And one more thing, one more information, the link is in the description. You can download the Sisya class app. We are also featuring our booster courses. You can check those booster courses, try to download the app, enjoy the experience. If you enjoy the experience, you can enroll in the long-term courses as well. And in the Sisya YouTube channel also, we are also promoting AP AppSat as well as AP AMSAT also will be coming ahead. So this is very, very important, and Satish sir is already taking. I will also come and take one, and Nidhi ma'am will also, you will also see the series going on for chemistry as well. Satish sir, you can tell anything you want, or we are going to have the closing words.
Yeah, so thank you everyone. Andarki
No worries.
Okay, so thank you everyone. ఇప్పుడు మీ 10th grade ఎగ్జామ్స్ అయిపోయాయి. సో డోంట్ థింక్ దిస్ ఇస్ ద ఎండ్ ఆఫ్ ద సెషన్. అండ్ నెక్స్ట్ 11th grade 12th grade అప్పుడు కూడా వీల్ ఆల్సో బీ కమింగ్ అప్. శ్రీకేష్ సార్ అండ్ మీ, వీ బోత్ విల్ బీ కమింగ్ అప్ అండ్ టేకింగ్ 11th grade and 12th grade classes as well, with lots of content, with lots of knowledge, with lots of words. We'll be coming with a full on with Sisya app and through YouTube live sessions also. Prastutanki there is an MSET course that is being going free on YouTube. Please do follow. మీకు కూడా కొంచెం ఐడియా వస్తుంది అసలు ఏంటి 11th గ్రేడ్లో ఏముంది, ఎలా మనం ఫ్యూచర్ కాంపిటేటివ్ ఎగ్జామ్ రాయబోతున్నాం అనేది క్లియర్ కట్ ఐడియా ఉంటుంది. సో డెఫినెట్లీ please do subscribe to our channel and also follow us on Instagram as well as on Facebook. Also, please download the Sisya app for a lot more content by all the IIT and NIT teachers. Thank you so much. We say, yeah.